I want to talk about this. The trend towards login screens having the username on one page and the password on another.
Is it a trend towards that?
It's a trend that has...
Or are you just using Apple stuff more often?
Taken place over a very long period of time and is now deeply entrenched in many of the services that I use.
Huh.
I genuinely would like someone to explain to me why this is a better experience than having both on the same page.
I don't think anyone has done it for it to be a better experience. That's my take.
Because ages ago, Google did it. I'm trying to think, how many, over 5 years ago, at least. And it's just that everyone wants to use password managers, right? So we're just adding way more interactions because now I go to the username page and I have to interact with my password manager to autofill that. Then it goes to the password page, or most infuriatingly, it expands a little bit and adds the password field. And then I have to interact with it again. Then I have to click login. Then I have to go and open some kind of two-factor, whether it's a passkey or whether it's a Google Authenticator code or whatever else, or an email.
Which you might suck at using.
Text message.
We'll have to explore that.
Whatever. The point is I have to do something else.
Yeah.
And then I either have to revalidate my stupid thumbprint. First, when I first pick up my phone, well, not a thumbprint, I'm using an iPhone right now, but I have to...
Face stuff.
Yeah, on Android, I have to pick up my phone, I have to biometrically authenticate, then I have to tell it, yes, this passkey, yes, that's me, and then I have to biometrically authenticate again. It's like, bloody hell, I just unlocked my phone. I don't want to biometrically authenticate again. I just did it. Anyway, then I often have to go back to the page, or I have to wait around for the server to go, oh, yeah, that he totally did that. And now I'm finally logged in. Why?
Nice.
What if both of the fields were just on the page and we could have slightly fewer interactions in order to log into a service?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a great answer for you. I know some of it has to do with data security stuff. I know some of it has to do with maybe it's harder to brute force things. Yeah,
spam login attempts was one thing that I could think of.
Stuff like that is the only real reasons I've heard in the past. Slow down bots, basically just to mess with people that are not playing correctly,
Okay.
Interrupt nefarious deeds.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what Jordan and the new TechLink writer kind of said.
A bunch of people in chat are talking about SSO stuff, so determining if it's a corporate account or a regular account, determining the type of account that it is.
So then, I mean, okay, this is something that drives me absolutely
there's a better way to do that.
Crazy, because there's services that I use that, Teams for the longest time was a great example of this, where you'd have a completely separate app, also called Teams.
Oh, man.
Right?
I just...
And another really good one was actually, I think Keeper had this, where you had to select a drop down, whether it was like a corporate account or a personal account. Was it Keeper? Might have been something else.
That rings a bell, but I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time.
But I'm sitting there going okay, can't you just tell when I enter my email which one it is, and can't you just do that for me on the back end? Why do I have to tell you what kind of account it is?
Well, I think there's different security layers and stuff for corporate accounts.
Fine, you do it. Why am I doing it? Why do I have to tell you this? You know it's a corporate account the second I put in a corporate email.
Yeah, they could probably have if you open Teams, it gives you a login box, and you log into that thing, and then it authenticates you into and loads whatever app you need. I could see that happening.
Sure. I just mean, why make it the user's problem?
Doing all of that work to solve a problem for a relatively small amount of people.
Sydney Broke it says they are doing it. They need to hit a different flow a lot of the time. Good. Do it on your side. I
can understand why they don't.
Sure. Tell me then.
It's probably heavy. It's probably expensive. Might be annoying to developing things in companies like that takes a very long time. There's a lot of hoops, and it might just never be approved. Most users don't care that much. You are a bit particularly horrific when it comes to security things.
I log into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So anything around...
And on a lot of different devices.
In a lot of different
different
countries.
Locations, countries, VPN levels.
Yeah. I log in. I feel like I spend like a significant, like not double digits, but a significant amount of work time fighting with various logins.
Yeah.
I get prompted so bloody much to log in.
But then you want to be
things.
the admin to everything at the same time.
What do I want to be the admin to?
You have specifically gotten very frustrated many times over the history of this company that you are not the admin of literally anything at any given time. You can't make that argument.
So the only reason that I complain is when I'm trying to do something and I don't have the access that I need.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Well, yeah, but that's even worse. That's still just a login problem. That's what I'm telling you.
What do you mean that's just a login problem?
Not having the login is an even worse login problem than it being inconvenient to log in.
But it's inconvenient to log in a lot of cases because you want admin level to everything.
Yeah, but if I don't have it, then I don't have the login.
But you could just have like 2 accounts basically for everything. You could have an admin level account that's obfuscated and under a different keeper that is more annoying. But he won't do that.
That's because we will run into a situation where it's like a weekend or something, and randomly I need access to something, and I won't have it.
And you could log into that account. You could log into that other keep. See, he's not going to do it. But then this means that you need to have admin level securities, and that's going to be super annoying.
It is super annoying.
It's an Ouroboros.
It blows.
Something has to break the chain.
It blows.
He was so mad before the show.
Hey, in fairness to me, you tried the flow and it didn't work.
Yeah, and then knew immediately how to fix it because I've used a browser before.
Yeah, but then it... Well, no, it's not... Okay, hold on a second.
It was that simple.
I know, but it's not that I don't know how to reinstall a browser extension. The issue is just that these kinds of things come up for me all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's fair
constant. Enough. Every time I go to sign into something, it's just a pain.
Yes.
And yes, a lot of the time it's self-inflicted. Last night, when I was trying to get access to the WAN document, I had just switched over to my iPhone, and so I didn't have my Pixel, which has my stupid Microsoft passkey on it. And so, yeah, I didn't migrate one of the freaking 24 bloody stupid things that I rely on my phone for. And so I wasn't able to log into it at all because I didn't have it on me anymore, and because when I originally set up my Microsoft account, the way the flow like dark patterned me into using the Microsoft authenticator.
Yeah, that's super
instead
annoying.
Of my standard one that I normally use. So my Pixel has also the one instance of the stupid Microsoft authenticator on it, and so I couldn't get into an account, and it was just really frustrating because I switch devices a lot. I switch locations a lot, and I switch which services I need access to a lot. So I spend so much of my life.
I feel like the biggest problem is the devices a lot thing, which is core to your job. So there's nothing you can really do about that. But that's the locations a lot thing should be annoying once per location. If everything's operating properly, which I understand is not quite the case.
No, because there's more than one location for every location. Because when I go somewhere, I'm going to be using it at the airport. New location. I'm going to be using it on the plane. Guess what? New location. I'm going to land. Oh, look, a new location. I'm going to go to the hotel. Oh, no. Okay, I'm in China. I'm using a VPN. New fucking location. It's constant.
Also, you like teleported because of the VPN, probably.
Probably.
So it's like, that's sketchy. He moved really fast. What's going on there?
Drives me absolutely crazy.
Do hardware keys not solve some of these issues? Yeah, not really. One of the biggest problems with hardware keys is there's so many things that won't work with it.
Yeah. So it's not a one-stop solution. And as soon as you have to have SMS as a two-factor for something, then it's an attack vector, And as soon as you have to have this, this other app, it's an attack vector. And so at a certain point, having the hardware key is just another potential vector.
We often hear from people that will say like, oh, why aren't like all your services just SSO based? One, a lot of solutions will charge a wild increase in monthly cost per user. to allow SSO because they know a lot of enterprises are just like, no, we are only going to use SSO for everything. The other thing is that we use a ton of things, being a place that reviews consumer products. We use a ton of different logins, which don't have it as an option and probably never, ever will. So it's you can't just blanket everything has to be SSO login either. That doesn't work for us at all.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but okay, even a hardware key. That's an example of how just with my job and all the various directions that I get pulled in, even that, the reason I stopped using my YubiKey was not because I didn't like it or I thought it was bad or whatever. The reason I stopped using it was that often people need to borrow my keys for some reason or another.
Yeah, we were, just to be clear, we were relatively early adopters of YubiKey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, super early, like
2014 or something.
Way before they had like a Type-C one,
Yeah, yeah.
And so I will often, give Vance my keys to... They need to do a shot that
now you can't log into things?
Uses my so what now I can't log into anything, not convenient.
Or you have to allow a bypass anyways, and then
what's the point of even having the hardware key?
This was a fun one. Is when we first adopted YubiKey, it wasn't supported by iPhone.
Oh yeah.
So then we had to build in workarounds for everybody that had an iPhone, and then it was just
well, why did we even bother to have a YubiKey at all?
What are we doing?
Yep, 100%. Because Apple still didn't allow third parties to access their NFC chip, and then they used Lightning instead of USB-A, which was what the YubiKeys had on them. So there was no way to interface with an iPhone. Anyway, I
seriously reconsider SSO. SSO is not an option.
Not for everything.
Yeah, we have it enabled for some stuff, and in some situations, it annoys him as well. Just to be clear, he preferred the non-SSO options, which is not. I can't even single him out here. That is true for other people at the office as well. SSO is not really a just automatic win.
Yeah, I end up in a really silly loop sometimes because this is on me at least partially because I need to go and fix this, but I'll go to sign into, I'll go to sign into my Microsoft Teams account because I'll be logged in again, or logged out again, rather the point. So I go to sign into...
Don't forget to check the box that doesn't work.
Thank you. The stay signed in one.
Yep.
So I'll go to sign into Teams, and I won't know my Teams password because I keep it in my Keeper. I will go to sign into Keeper, and it will prompt me to enter my Microsoft password for single sign-on. So I will pull my phone out of my pocket, log into my Keeper on my phone, which often I will need to use my two-factor authentication in order to do. I am now 4 bloody steps into this.
Good.
I will log into my Keeper. I will get my Microsoft password. It is on a separate device, so I will have to type it onto my computer. I will log into my Microsoft to log into my Keeper to get the Microsoft password to copy it into my Teams.
Fantastic.
And the only reason I would do that, rather than just look up the Teams password on my phone, is because then I'm logged into Keeper on my browser anyway, so I can use it for other stuff. Because otherwise, yes, I could just pull my phone out of my pocket, check the password, and log in there.
But no, your first flow is the correct one because you're gonna have to use it again anyways, like you said.
And then the hilarious one is that I have my pass key for my Microsoft account on my phone anyway. So if I have to use my pass key, then I have to biometrically authenticate my phone, click a thing, biometrically authenticate again, click another thing. Yes, it's me.
I have to give them credit. Google's login is fantastic.
It's pretty okay.
Oh, is it you? Do you have your phone? Click yes. All right.
Yeah.
See ya. It's like, oh, dang.
It's pretty okay.
Compared to basically everything out there right now, it's pretty good.
It often doesn't give me that option because it gets confused by all my devices and locations.
Ah, nice.
And it's contextual. It gives you that option when it is pretty sure.
Yeah.
Also,
I do think that's cool, though.
Also, Beltrix says these are some first world problems. I mean, what they are is their work frustrations. And I think that's something that we can probably all relate to.
Anyone, yeah.
If there's anything that you have to do at work that is completely unnecessary in terms of like productivity. It doesn't create
absolutely necessary, Mr. I have to have admin to everything.
In terms of productivity, it generates nothing.
Yeah, but it is necessary for security.
Oh, I know. But it's not productive, though. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't get any work done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets zero anything accomplished. So yeah, it's frustrating. And it's a time sap. It doesn't make me more efficient. It doesn't make me happier. It doesn't make me more productive. It just is annoying.
Oh my God, just use YubiKey and put it in your wallet. I'm going crazy. That I can't explain more that just will not solve the problem. The on my keys thing was like one version of why it won't work.
And also all the services that it doesn't work for. And also just all the times that it's not convenient. Like
it can help in some ways.
Sometimes I'll be using a device like this. This happened a lot back when I was trying to use my YubiKey. Is I would be using a device that doesn't have a Type A port. It doesn't happen as often anymore, but sometimes
it's going to start happening more and more.
Sometimes these things happen. It's
laptops are going all Type C, which there are Type C ones. I think there might be double-ended ones.
Monty
too.
Hawk says, "Dude, you're an edge case." Yes,
that's the whole point of the conversation. I'm crashing out.
Obviously, yes.
My God, come on.
However, the fact that this happens so much that it is very frustrating for me does not mean that for someone else for whom it is not that frustrating and doesn't happen that often, it doesn't mean that it couldn't be better for them too. It doesn't mean that my edge case has no possible learning outcomes that could be applied to other things. Could login be better? Could security be better and smoother for the user? I think we can probably all agree that it could be better. Does everyone have the same level of frustration with it that I do? Absolutely not. But it could absolutely also be better. All right.
I don't think there's unless I'm looking at this picture wrong, I don't think there's a YubiKey that is A and C. There's C and Lightning. There's just A and there's just C. I don't think there's A and C, meaning that you're always going to have at least some amount of problem.
Neat. Well, we'll continue to be frustrated about it, and it'll be great.